Have you ever wondered how life was in an ancient city, frozen in time? Welcome to Pompeii, a city that was once a bustling metropolis in the Roman Empire, now a silent testament to the past. Situated near modern-day Naples in Italy, Pompeii was a thriving city until one fateful day in 79 AD. On that day, Mount Vesuvius, a sleeping giant that loomed over the city, woke up in a fiery rage. The eruption was devastating, burying the city and its inhabitants under a thick layer of volcanic ash. Time stood still for Pompeii, as the city was lost to the world, preserved under the ashes. In the heart of the Roman Empire, Pompeii was a significant city, known for its bustling streets, grand villas, and vibrant public spaces. The eruption, while tragic, has provided us with a unique snapshot of life in an ancient city, frozen in time. Let's delve into the timeline of this city, buried under the ashes of time. Pompeii wasn't always a bustling city. It started small. Imagine this, if you will, a modest hamlet nestled in the fertile plains of Campania, surrounded by the lush rolling hills of southern Italy. This was Pompeii in its infancy, around the 7th to 6th century BC. A humble beginning, yes, but even then, the seeds of greatness were sown. What transformed Pompeii from a mere settlement into a thriving city was its strategic location. Nestled near the river Sarno, Pompeii was ideally situated to become a significant port and hub for trade. Goods and ideas flowed in from distant lands, bringing with them a wave of cultural and economic prosperity. But Pompeii was not an island. It was influenced and shaped by the civilizations around it. First, the Greeks, who were seafarers and traders, left their indelible mark on Pompeii. They brought with them the gift of the grapevine, introducing viticulture to Pompeii, a legacy that endures in Italy's vineyards to this day. Next came the Etruscans, a civilization known for their art, architecture, and metallurgy. Under their influence, Pompeii began to evolve architecturally. The city's buildings, roads, and fortifications started to take on an Etruscan flair, and their influence on the city's development was significant. Then, the Samnites, a group of Italic tribes, took control of Pompeii. Under their rule, Pompeii continued to flourish. The city became an important center for trade, attracting merchants and traders from across the Mediterranean. Over the centuries, Pompeii grew from a small settlement to a bustling city, a melting pot of cultures and ideas. It was a city in its prime, a testament to the enduring spirit of its people and the benefits of its strategic location. But, as we know, this prosperity was not to last forever. The city was living on borrowed time, perched on the edge of a sleeping giant, Mount Vesuvius. And so Pompeii thrived, unaware of the looming disaster. On a fateful day in 79 AD, life in Pompeii was forever frozen. Imagine a bustling city, alive with the hum of commerce and everyday life. Suddenly, the sky darkens. In the distance, the mighty Mount Vesuvius roars to life, spewing a monstrous cloud of ash, pumice, and deadly gases into the sky. This, my friends, was the terrifying spectacle that the citizens of Pompeii faced that day. Mount Vesuvius, a sleeping giant, had awakened. The volcano, which had been dormant for hundreds of years, erupted with a force equivalent to many thousands of atomic bombs. The earth shook, the skies filled with darkness, and a lethal rain of ash and pumice began to fall. The citizens of Pompeii, unaware of the impending doom, continued their daily routines. The rain of ash and pumice, initially light, gradually intensified. It blanketed the city, turning day into night. Panic ensued. People rushed to seek shelter, but for many, it was too late. The ash and pumice rain, now a deluge, engulfed Pompeii. Buildings collapsed under the weight, streets disappeared, and the city was soon buried under a thick layer of volcanic debris. The eruption was so swift, so absolute, that it perfectly preserved the city and its inhabitants in a grim tableau of their final moments. The catastrophe did not end with the rain of ash and pumice. A pyroclastic flow, a fast-moving current of hot gas and volcanic matter followed. It swept through the city, instantly killing those who had survived the initial eruption. The heat was so intense that it vaporized bodily fluids, causing the victims to be frozen in a state of eternal agony. In the aftermath, Pompeii was a city no more. It lay buried under a blanket of volcanic debris, its once vibrant streets silent, and its people forever entombed. The world moved on, and the memory of Pompeii faded into the annals of history. The city was forgotten, buried under the ashes of Vesuvius. Pompeii lay hidden for centuries until an accidental rediscovery. In the late 16th century, specifically in 1599, while digging an underground channel to divert the river Sarno, workers stumbled upon the lost city of Pompeii. However, what they discovered was initially considered little more than an oddity. They had no idea of the historical treasure they had unearthed. It wasn't until 1748 that serious excavation work began under the auspices of Charles of Bourbon, the then King of Naples. He had a keen interest in antiquities and the ambition to fill his museum with the relics of the ancient world. His team of explorers began to dig, revealing more and more of the grandeur that was Pompeii. Now imagine unearthing a city frozen in time. The excavations revealed not just buildings, but artifacts and even human remains. Remarkably, the volcanic ash had preserved the city quite well. The buildings stood strong, the frescoes retained their vibrant colors, and the artifacts were in good condition. They found everyday items like kitchen utensils, furniture, and even food. It was a snapshot of life in ancient Rome, like no other archaeological site could provide. As the layers of ash were removed, the city beneath started to breathe life again. The findings at Pompeii gave historians and archaeologists an unprecedented glimpse into the daily life of the ancient Romans. They discovered houses, shops, baths, theaters, and even brothels. They found election notices, graffiti, and love notes scribbled on the walls. Each discovery was a piece of the puzzle, helping to paint a detailed picture of the society that once thrived there. The human remains found at Pompeii were particularly poignant. The ash had preserved the final moments of the inhabitants, capturing their emotions and actions as the disaster struck. It was a stark reminder of the tragedy that befell the city, but also a unique opportunity to understand the human aspect of this ancient civilization. And so, the city that was once a thriving hub of Roman society, swallowed by the earth, was rediscovered and brought back to life. The city beneath the ashes started revealing its secrets. As we delve deeper into the history of Pompeii, let's take a closer look at what life was like for its inhabitants. Imagine walking the streets of a city that's over 2,000 years old. Welcome, my friends, to Pompeii, a place where time stands still, allowing us a unique glimpse into the past. As we traverse the ancient streets, we find ourselves surrounded by buildings that have endured the test of time. These structures, from the grand public baths to the modest private homes, whisper tales of a civilization steeped in history and culture. Let's take a moment to admire the frescoes adorning the walls of these buildings. These vibrant works of art, still radiant after centuries, depict scenes from daily life, mythology, and even political propaganda. They are the silent narrators of Pompeii's past, offering us a vivid snapshot of Roman society in its prime. But it's not just the frescoes that tell the tale. The city is littered with artifacts, each with its own story to tell. From the intricate mosaics in the villas to the pots and pans in the marketplaces, every item paints a picture of how the people of Pompeii lived, worked, and played. And then there are the people themselves. The ash from Mount Vesuvius preserved them in their final moments, capturing the raw emotion of that fateful day. They provide us with a deeply personal connection to the past, reminding us that Pompeii was more than just a city. It was a vibrant community full of people with hopes, dreams, and fears, just like us. What's truly remarkable about Pompeii is how it allows us to step into the shoes of the Romans. We can stroll through the Forum, feel the cool marble under our fingers in the baths, and even visit a Roman tavern for a taste of ancient cuisine. It's a journey back in time that only Pompeii can provide. Pompeii, a city frozen in time, continues to reveal the secrets of a world long gone. The lessons we learn from it offer unique insights into our own society and remind us of the transient nature of life. So come, walk the streets of Pompeii and let the echoes of the past guide you on an unforgettable journey through history. Pompeii is more than just an ancient city. It's a time capsule, a frozen moment in history that gives us a glimpse into a vibrant Roman society. This prosperous city was home to an estimated 13,000 inhabitants, living within a well-planned urban design featuring a complex water system, amphitheaters, and even fast food joints. Yes, you heard it right, fast food restaurants existed in ancient Pompeii. Contrary to popular belief, not everyone in Pompeii perished during the eruption of Mount Vesuvius. Many managed to escape, their stories living on in the letters of Pliny the Younger. But those who didn't survive were encapsulated in ash, creating hauntingly perfect casts of their final moments. These casts, along with preserved buildings and frescoes, offer an unparalleled window into the daily life of a Roman city. Pompeii, a city buried under the ashes, stands as a testament to the power of nature and the resilience of human civilization.